You clicked on this video because your Faceless TikTok account isn't growing the way you expected. You're posting. You're consistent enough. The content isn't bad, but the views aren't coming, the followers aren't stacking, and every time you check your analytics, it looks like a flat line. This video is going to tell you exactly why that's happening, not the surface level stuff you've already read. Post more, use trending sounds, find your niche. You know that already. This is about the 5 structural mistakes that don't get talked about, the ones that are quietly killing accounts that should be growing. And the reason I can tell you this is because I've run multiple Faceless accounts across different niches. I've watched the same patterns kill channels over and over. And I've watched accounts fix 1 or 2 of these and completely change their trajectory. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of what's broken and a concrete list of what to change first. Most people who come to this problem think the answer is more content. Post every day, stay consistent, eventually the algorithm rewards you. That's not wrong, but it's the last thing you should be fixing. Posting more broken content faster just means you're failing at scale. The accounts that post twice a day and still don't grow aren't losing because of volume. They're losing because of 5 things that happen before the content even goes out. Fix those 5 things first, then increase volume. That's the order. The first mistake is that you're posting the wrong mix of content and you probably don't know it. There are 2 completely different types of content on TikTok, and they do completely different jobs. The first type is discovery content. Fast, trend adjacent, broad. These videos get shown to people who have never heard of you. They feed the top of your funnel. The second type is retention content. Specific, useful, niche deep. These videos make someone save, share, or hit follow because they actually got something out of it. Here's the trap. Most Faceless accounts pick one and go all in. If you go all in on discovery content, you get views, but no followers. People watch the video, enjoy it, scroll away. There's nothing to follow, no identity, no reason to come back. If you go all in on retention content, you get followers, but no reach. Your existing 10 followers love it. Nobody new ever sees it because TikTok doesn't push niche-specific content to cold audiences. The accounts growing fast are running roughly 60% discovery, 40% retention. Every 6 discovery videos pulls in new eyes. Every 4 retention videos converts those eyes into followers. Look at your last 20 videos. If they're all the same type, that's your first fix. The second mistake, and this is the most overlooked one, is that your account has no identity. And that's exactly why people aren't following. Go look at any Faceless account with over 50,000 followers. Watch 3 of their videos back to back. You'll notice something immediately. They feel like the same channel, same pacing, same text style, same energy of the music, same way the video ends. That consistency isn't an accident. It's a deliberate system. When someone watches your video and enjoys it, they make a split-second decision about whether to follow you. That decision comes down to one question. Is there more where this came from? And will I recognize it when it shows up? If every video you post looks like it came from a different creator, different editing style, different music energy, different text overlay format, the answer to that question is no. There's no identity to follow. There's no pattern for their brain to latch onto. Most Faceless creators treat each video as a standalone creative project. Pick whatever music feels right, try a new editing style, mix up the format, and from the outside it looks like a channel with no point of view. Pick one format, document it. Same intro structure, same text placement, same music energy, same type of ending frame. Iterate the topics inside that format, but do not change the format itself for at least 60 videos. The format is your face. On a Faceless account, it's the only face you have. The third mistake is that your hooks are losing people in the first 2 seconds. TikTok's entire economy runs on 2 seconds. That's how long you have before someone scrolls. The algorithm knows it too. Watch time in the first 2 seconds is one of the strongest signals it uses to decide whether to push a video wider. Most Faceless accounts open with a title card, or a slow fade in, or 5 seconds of music before anything happens. By the time your actual content starts, a third of your audience is already gone. The accounts that hold attention open with the most visually interesting frame in the entire video, not the setup, not the introduction, the payoff, the result, the most striking image in the whole piece. If you're in the food niche, you don't open with prep. You open with the finished dish in the best light you have, right in the first frame. If you're in the fitness niche, you don't open with the warm-up. You open with the transformation. The hook is not a title card. The hook is your first visual frame. And paired with that visual, your first line of audio needs to create a specific curiosity gap, something the viewer wants resolved. Not, in this video I'm going to show you, something that puts an immediate, specific question in their head. The reason your account isn't growing has nothing to do with your posting schedule. That's a hook. Today I'm going to share 5 tips for TikTok growth. That's not. The fourth mistake is that you're not posting enough to let the algorithm work. Now we can talk about volume, because you fixed the more important stuff first. TikTok's algorithm works by testing each video against a small initial pool. It checks the engagement signals, watch time, replays, shares, comments, and decides whether to push the video to a wider audience. If you're posting twice a week, you're giving the algorithm 7 data points a month to work with. That's 7 chances to find a video that breaks through. The accounts hitting consistent growth are posting a minimum of once a day. Most of the ones growing fast are at 2 or 3. More posts mean more algorithm tests. More tests mean more chances for one video to break through and pull the entire account up with it. On TikTok, one video going semi-viral can add thousands of followers overnight and reset your baseline reach permanently. The problem isn't that creators don't know this. The problem is that posting daily feels unsustainable when every video takes 2 hours to produce. Which brings us to the last point. The fifth mistake is that manual production is eating the time you need to actually get better. When you're sourcing images manually, writing captions from scratch for every post, researching hashtags one video at a time, and scheduling everything by hand, you are spending the majority of your production time on logistics, not on strategy, not on hooks, not on content quality. The result is predictable. Your hooks get lazy because you're already tired by the time you get to them. Your captions are generic because you don't have energy left to think. And you post less because the whole thing just costs too much time per video. The math doesn't work. At 2 hours per video, posting daily means 14 hours a week on content production alone. That's before school, work, or anything else in your life. Most people hit that wall within a month and quietly slow down. The account dies, not because the strategy failed, but because the process was never sustainable. This is exactly the problem Slide was built to solve. It's a tool specifically for faceless TikTok accounts. You give it a niche or topic. It pulls images from a licensed database, generates your captions and hashtags automatically, and builds the slideshow. You can manage multiple accounts from one dashboard and batch schedule everything in one session. The link is in the description, first thing at the top. If you're spending more than an hour a day on production for a single account, it's worth looking at. The point isn't automation for automation's sake. The point is that the time you get back goes directly into the things that actually move the needle. Better hooks, smarter content mix, studying what's working in your niche. The channels posting twice a day consistently aren't working 16-hour days. They've just removed the production friction. The strategy still needs a brain behind it. The execution doesn't have to be manual. So here's the full picture. Your content mix is probably too one-sided, either all reach with no follow trigger or all niche depth with no discovery power. Fix the ratio to 60-40. Your account probably has no consistent identity. Every video feels like a different creator made it. Pick a format and lock it in for 60 videos minimum. Your hooks are probably losing people in the first 2 seconds. Open with the payoff visual, not the setup, and make your first line of audio create a specific question. Your posting volume is probably too low to give the algorithm enough data, but this is the last thing to fix, not the first. And your production process is probably too heavy to sustain, which is why the volume is low in the first place. Fix these 5 things, in this order. The accounts that grow aren't the ones with the best ideas. They're the ones who got the fundamentals right and stayed consistent long enough for the algorithm to find them. If this gave you something useful, subscribe. I'm posting specifically for people building faceless content channels.